What's good, YouTube fam? Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we have a pretty interesting topic and a pretty cool sneaker to talk about. So let's get right into it. The sneaker that we are going to be talking about today is the I almost called it a Yeezy the Adidas Adilette 22s. Before we actually get into the video, I want to ask you guys how long you guys been in the sneaker community. I personally haven't been that long, so I am considered a newbie. I've been doing this for about a year, but I do love it. I do see myself doing it for a long time in the future. But I want to hear some of you guys. I want to see what kind of viewers we have watching the video. So let me know in the comments section, how long have you been part of this sneaker community? And if you're OG, go ahead and flex a little bit and let us know how many years you've been here. But anyways, guys, before we get into the shoe itself, I think we need to get into a little bit of the beef that's going on with Ye and Adidas. Apparently, Ye is very upset at them, and he's very upset at a couple of things that they've been doing recently. The most recent was the Yeezy day. Apparently, Adidas didn't consult him or tell him about some of the changes that they were doing to a specific shoes and specific colorways, and he felt very offended, very disrespected by Adidas. But prior to this, about a month or so ago, he also posted an Instagram post which was deleted promptly right afterwards. So clearly Ye is upset, and he made that post kind of calling out a couple people like the CEO and the vice president. So pretty much in this post, Ye accused Adidas of ripping off his Yeezy slides. To Casper, he wrote, addressing the brand CEO, Casper rostered, that I'm not standing for this blatant copying no more. These shoes represent the disrespect that people in power have to the talent. This shoe is a fake Yeezy made by Adidas themselves. Ye also said he's not talking to DC about this, probably referring to Adidas' new senior VP and general manager, Daniel Cherry. Then he stated, Casper, come talk to me. Now I can kind of understand where he's coming from as well. He does bring up some points where he feels like Adidas is kind of ripping off his personal design and just trying to make money off of it. But we have seen this actually happen a lot in the past, not only with these slides. We've seen Nike do this, we've seen Puma do this as well, where they do a collaboration with a hype artist or a hype athlete, and it brings all that hype to the actual shoe itself, and they do make it extremely limited, so like regular people like me and you have a hard time actually even getting our hands on these. And if you don't get to buy them at retail, you have to pay these crazy inflated prices for them, and that's also where these companies take advantage to also make some profit on the back end, where they take a similar style, similar shoe, or even colorway, and they'll put it on another shoe so you can get that design, that specific colorway that you wanted, that you just couldn't get because it was so extremely limited. They mass produce these so that you're able to purchase them for retail, right around retail. And this is a standard procedure that a lot of companies do to drive businesses back to the core collection. But clearly nobody really has been as upset as Ye got about this. In my personal opinion though, I feel like Ye is not only coming at Adidas for the slides, he's pretty much coming at all the big companies that seem to be taking advantage of the smaller guys or the little people that can't really stand up for themselves. For that reason, I do respect what he's doing, but there's a different way to go about it. But either way, guys, let's get that beef out of the way, and let's talk about what we're actually here for, and that is the Adidas Adilette in its glory. Like I mentioned earlier, this shoe, the style and design is heavily inspired by the slides. When I first saw pictures of it, I thought it was a crazy funky shoe, and I personally thought, without reading the name, that it was a collaboration with Ye. But reading more into it, obviously it's an Adilette 2, so it has nothing to do with Ye besides the fact that it's similar to one of his personal sneakers. But it is different enough that it's its own thing, in my opinion. Let's get into some details. Obviously this is a slip-on. It is a synthetic upper with a synthetic lining and also a synthetic outsole, so pretty much all synthetic all around. Right now currently on Adidas there are only 3 colorways that you can choose from. There is the desert sand, there's also the magic lime, which is what this one is right here, and then there's a third colorway which is a combination of both of these, which I personally like to call the magic sand. So let's look into the design a little bit. It's a completely different style to any of the other Adilettes that we can see, obviously, and it is pretty minimalistic in its design besides all the grooves that you see in it. The first thing that's going to call your attention besides the color is this crazy 3D print kind of look that it has going on. It almost looks like a Minecraft shoe. These Adidas Adilette slides answer the question, what would slides look like in space? Inspired by 3D topography and human expeditions to Mars, they defy gravity with futuristic design details. The contoured footbed and soft rubber outsole ensure maximum comfort whether you're hitting the showers or the streets. These Adilette slides are made with natural and renewable materials as part of our journey to design out finite resources to help end plastic waste. Its material is EVA cushioning that contains about 25% of plant-based materials derived from sugar canes. And even though that is a very small detail, I think it's pretty cool that Adidas has been making a lot of strides to be a more environmental friendly company. So I really like seeing stuff like that. And the bottom of the shoe pretty much looks like a bunch of craters, and essentially what Mars looks like. On the inside, you do have the 3 wings right here from Adidas. And another pretty cool design that they did, which I really personally like, was that even though, as we know, the Adilettes kind of had the 3 stripes going across here, they kind of made the grooves, and it kind of almost looks like there's 3 stripes there, which is a pretty cool touch. So they kind of stay true to that. Also on the inside here, it's engraved, says Originals Adilette 22s made in China. Now these are full sizes, there are no half sizes. For some reason when they first came out, they had half sizes on the website of Adidas, but when you ordered them, you would get the full size, which is a little bit confusing. In terms of sizing, I am a size 8.5, so I decided to opt out for an 8, and I feel like the 8 feels pretty perfect for me. If you're a full size, probably go with your full size. These are not like the Yeezy slides where they do tend to run a little bit smaller. These will probably fit you true to size, so I would recommend go for your size. And if you're in the middle, probably drop down to the lower full size. Now let's talk about comfort. I personally never owned a pair of Yeezy slides, so I can't really compare them to its comfort, but judging from what a lot of other people have been saying about it, it's not as comfortable. A Yeezy slide is going to be the more comfortable shoe between these two, and it kind of sucks that we have to keep comparing it to the Yeezy slide, but obviously that's probably the only other slide that we can compare this to. As you can see, they have a lot of bend to them. They are stiff from what I've seen. They're not as flexible as the actual Yeezy slides, and they feel stiff, but they do still feel like it could be a comfortable slide. And the fact that they're a little bit stiffer probably means that you can wear them a lot longer. The Yeezy slide is going to be the more comfortable shoe, but this overall is an alternative for the price if you don't want to pay near $200 for a pair of slides. $55, relatively speaking, is a pretty comfortable price to pay for a very comfortable slide. It's also one little detail that I did forget to mention that can't be overlooked, and that is this writing right here that they decided to put on these 2 panels, which says the brand with the 3 stripes. I personally couldn't have done without that, but it still doesn't ruin the shoe. I think that overall it's still a great looking shoe, and I'm very excited to be wearing these. And that's gonna wrap up the video, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you guys personally think about these. I think that they're unique in their own way, so I'm gonna continue to rock them. And if I ever get the chance to buy the slides, I will also rock the slides too. I think they're both different in their own way, and you can kind of mix and match both of them for their own different styles. And real quick, guys, actually before I close out the video, I did want to show you guys this cool shirt that my boy Ryan designed. It is printed on a comfort color, so it is one of the most comfortable t-shirts that I own, and it is one of my favorite designs. He does have a lot of really cool designs on his website. I'm gonna leave a link in the description if you guys want to go ahead and support him. He's been a big inspiration actually in me coming up in the sneaker game, so I have to give credit where credit is due. And besides the fact that he's my really good friend and I want to support him in everything that he does, I do personally really love these shirts. They're actually my favorite shirts, and for the price, you can't really beat it for a really sleek, cool design that you can pretty much pull off with a lot of awesome fits. These drops are limited to pre-order, so make sure that you guys do follow his Instagram account so that you can stay up to date with the latest designs. He does draw a lot of his inspiration from a lot of classic movies and shows, so if you are into that kind of stuff, be sure to check out his designs. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Go check it out. I would highly appreciate it. If you do decide to go over there, just let them know that your boy Bobby sent them over, and I would appreciate you guys. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it here, guys. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button if you guys did enjoy this kind of content, and be sure to stay tuned for a lot more videos like this, and turn on that bell notification so you don't miss a video like this in the future. As always, I'll catch you in the next sneaker video, maybe. Peace out.